Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine. Today we are going to be doing the Showtime Sketch with Me, and I have picked a sketch from the January 2022 bonus sketch. And this is what it looks like because it kind of looked a little bit Art Deco-y to me, and since this collection is really strongly influenced with the Art Deco, I just really liked the nice geometric lines that are created. And then we're going to be using the double fan chain border maker cartridge on the top and the bottom to create some more deco look to our page. And for me, I don't know if you saw my collection introduction, Art Deco really makes me think about my home, which is Miami. And of course, outside of Miami, there's Miami Beach. And so there's a lot of Art Deco architecture out there on the South Beach especially. So I'm going to go ahead and do my punching first. And let's see which way I'm going to punch today. It looks like I'm going to punch left-handed today, which, if you've watched my other videos, is, you know, sometimes I punch right-handed, sometimes I punch left-handed. It really doesn't matter. Punch however you're comfortable with. If you don't have the double fan chain border maker cartridge, you can substitute any other chain border maker cartridge, or you can grab one of our border stickers that come with our sticker sets. Every sticker set has a sheet of border stickers, and you can use those as well. I just loved the idea of using the fan, so that's what we're going to use today. We're going to punch 2 with the aqua cardstock, and then we're going to punch 2 with the gold shimmer that came in the cardstock special set that was released with the Showtime collection. So 2 from each paper. Okay, so our aqua is now done, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over to our gold page, our gold shimmer. Okay. And I forgot about mentioning, to make sure to use our border maker system, you pull out the tray from underneath the paper holder. You place down the blue holder that has the magnet in it, and then you fold back under the other piece again, and then you do your punching. So it looks like I'm punching this one left-handed, which is just kind of, I punch sometimes right-handed, and I punch sometimes left-handed. So I'm going to go ahead and punch 2 with this gold shimmer. There we go. The thing I forgot to mention at the beginning was you do want to line up the notch both on the punch and on the holder, so that way you know you have your punch in the right place for your border maker. Let me get this cleaned up real quick. And then we can move into our cutting. Grab out your 12-inch trimmers next. Okay, so I picked out 4 sheets of paper to do the sketch because we're going to be cutting 6-inch squares, and then we're going to cut our squares on the diagonal and then use both sides of the paper. And normally I wouldn't use 4 sheets. I probably would try to be a little more conservative and maybe use 2 sheets at the most. But I just really loved the diamonds in the Tone on Tone pack for this collection, and how it went with these other 2 sheets from our regular collection. And I just love that both of the prints on these sheets were Art Deco-y. So we're going to go ahead and use 4, and I know that's going to give me more scraps, but hey, I guess that means you're going to get some more videos out of me using scraps. And I also do have one of my index sheets. This was from a Totally Tonal pack. That is going to be the base for this layout. So let's go ahead and cut it 6 inches, and we'll turn to 90 degrees and cut to 6 inches again if I can get my papers to cooperate with me here. And you might need to think about which direction you're cutting in. I am actually okay with these going, I guess it really doesn't matter because we're cutting squares anyways, does it? Let's turn it 90 degrees and cut it 6 inches again. Because of course our page is 12 by 12. So by cutting 4 6-inch squares, that's going to cover the entire page. There we go. So everything's at 6 inches. This one feels like an easy one. But like I said, I love that it kind of had that deco feel to it. Alright, so now we have one more to go. Went pretty quick. All in all, it's not so hard to cut 6-inch squares, is it? And this could easily become a 2-page layout as well. All right, so I'm going to line this up on my left side of my dotted lines here, where the blade's going to hit in the cutting lane. I'm going to grab my, let me actually shut this, move this over just a little bit so I can see it a little bit better here. My cutting guide out from the bottom here. I'm close, and let's see from the top here as well, just real quick. There we go. All right, yep. So a nice diamond shape. We're going to use both sides of the paper, and look how cool that's going to look. And we might even mix and match some of our tonal, or yes, our accent pages and our decorative pages as well. There we go. And now whoops, until that one shifted a good bit on me. Let's see here. That looks good. And that looks great as well. Okay, 3 down. Here's that. And number 4. All right, so there's our 4th side of our page. Our cutting is done. And let's go ahead and set our trimmers aside for now. Grab our page we're working on, and I'm going to go ahead and see if we want to keep things together or if we're going to mix it up a little bit. Oops. If I can even pick these up, goodness. So I feel like the gold needs to be opposite the gold. Okay. Oh, there we go. Straighten this out for you all. Sorry about that. Goodness gracious. Maybe with this, should we have the white on the inside or on the outside? white. Yep, let's do that. The white draws your eye out a little bit more, and I almost kind of want those in complementary corners. So let's do that. Then our gold. You know what? I am gonna mix it up a bit. I'm gonna put this down here, put this up here. I think we're gonna have all of our stars in the bottom, and then our bigger designs in the top, because I like the gold with the gold opposite here. And let's do this with this one, and then this way when we go to put our photos on the page, it's a little more neutral in the middle, and it'll draw the eye towards the pictures, which is the whole idea of having your pages, is to put your pictures on them. So let me, goodness gracious, see if I can pick this up again. I don't know why these triangles are fighting me so hard here. It is what it is. All right, so here we go. I'm going to mix everything up a little bit while I'm placing these. Well, I don't want to mix it up completely, but I just need to move it out of the way so I can get these lined up nicely in the corners first. And here we go. Using my regular tape runner here. Okay. Getting our squares put together here nicely. Putting this one in the top corner here. Nice. That went in really nicely. Hopefully the next one will as well. They're going in nicely. They're not being picked up nicely for whatever reason. Oh, I feel like I am. Oops. See if we can get this lined up here in the corner a little bit better. Oh, it looks like I'm off just a hair with this corner one. Let me grab my multi-purpose tool. Well, there we go. I spoke too soon about it working with me so nicely here, because I do see where this little edge is off, and it threw off my actual square. So I'm going to come back in here and just reline it up a bit here. Okay. Let's hope that looks a little bit better. Let's see what we can do with this other one here. And maybe I should have done that. Well, we're just going to do the inside corners here first. There we go. And our last part here. There we go. All right. So now let's go ahead and get our fans put on. What I thought was the blue is going to kind of be our background, and we're going to offset these just a little bit, I think, because that's definitely more Art Deco-y to have the layered, and if it goes off the edge of the page, I actually am okay with that. I think I might even do this so it's half and kind of half. And we can always cut this and bring it back over. I don't know why my gold is not looking. Well, let's go ahead and put this on so it's halfway off, and then we'll layer the gold on. We'll cut this piece and then bring it back over here. I need to grab my parchment board first here. And if you haven't seen my parchment board before, it's held on with electrical tape. The parchment paper is. Electrical tape is one of the few things that does stick to parchment paper, and it's just a really nice surface to work on with the repositionable tape runner. The little dots that don't go on the paper stay in the tape runner, and it just keeps things really neat. You don't get sticky everywhere. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take this one and go right halfway through this one on the end. And where are my microtip scissors? Because of course these have a special coating that keeps it from getting stuck. And then we're just going to bring this over here and place it down here so it looks like it's intentional to be half-half at each end, which it is. We did that on purpose, didn't we? Well, I did. It's up to you if you're going to do the layout the same way I am. And here we go. Now we're going to layer this one in. Oops. Here we go. Come here. All right. Work with me, gold. There we go. And I kind of want each arc to layer over the arc above it. So I'm going to be a little bit slower putting this down, trying to be very lined up and intentional with it. And, well, there we go. All right. So then that one does go straight. And if you do run your finger over it, you'll get any other extra little glue dots up if you want it. And I think what I'm going to do, let's see, I almost want to mirror it instead of doing the same exact, like I want to actually have it so it's coming down from the bottom, almost like it's the curtain, if you will. So if I do that, which way do we need to do this? We need to get this first. Okay. So let's go ahead and get our aqua first. And this is going to go up here. And we want it halfway so that way we can finish it on the other end as well. I wonder if I should just, hang on. How's about I work smart here and do it this way? How's about that? I think that's fine. There we go. In fact, I got it a little bit crooked when I was putting it up on that other end. There we go. Grab my scissors again, and I'm just gonna snip right on through the middle here. Oops, I got a little bit of my paper too, but you know what? It's okay. No big deal. Just went right into the scrap bin, and here we go. That's just going to go off the end there. And now I will put my tape runner on my gold part. Bring this back over so you all can see it better. And here we go. Trying to be intentional again to get the arcs lined up again. Oops, I'm already off here. I guess getting that first one set is really critical here. There we go. Now I need to go up just a hair and over. Oh, don't know, it's not exactly working out as nicely as on the other end. And you can use your multi-purpose tool to help you out. There we go. Okay, now I feel much better. Now it's coming along. All right. Whew. This is why I try not to be too fussy with most of this because, you know, like I say, it's paper. It's okay. And this one you could even do sideways as well if you wanted to, depending on how you like your layout. Well, we'll go ahead and continue this direction, which is kind of how I had it. Now, they do have where you can put your pictures, you mat your pictures in through here, which you're definitely able to do. I am also going to check my stickers and embellishments here real quick. Because like I said, I really want it to be more South Beach. I almost like this, really like this Let's Celebrate sticker. I think that's what I'm going to do for my title. And of course, I'm going to grab a couple of our large foam squares. And we might even get these shadow people dancing, but I'm going to hang on and look at my embellishments a minute too, because remember we have those really fun flocked embellishments as well. And I'm going to put this up just a little, well, maybe not. Hang on. I'm going to switch my layout because I think this is going to pop a little bit more up here than on the, when you saw when I put it on here, it kind of disappeared. And I want it to be able to highlight the page and not disappear on the page. So there's that one. And let's see, what do we have? These are the flocked ones. These are the not so flocked ones. I love this because on South Beach, if you've ever been, you stand in line. Sometimes. It depends. And, maybe the party one would also work. Yep, that definitely shows up here. And I think I actually might layer our shadowed people dancing behind our line because so many of the bars on the beach are open air and you kind of can see people dancing. All right, let me pull this sticker off and see where it's going to show up best. Behind our... That actually works. We're going to put them in the corner over here. So then that way you still have space for your picture. And I'm going to use repositionable tape on this because then that way I can also take my multi-purpose tool and lift up the edge when I go to place down my pictures as well. Make life easier for myself. Here we go. And let me move this down just a little bit because we want to be able to see the people behind the rail. And I don't know if I want to put the party one now. I don't think I'm going to. There's this other one though that might work. Maybe up there. That looks great. Okay. We're going to stick that one at the top of our page. Whoops. I thought I dropped it there for a minute. There we go. So that's at the top of our page. And I think that's it. That actually looks really good. I'm happy with how that looks. It looks great compared to our sketch here. You can add a little something extra later. I will have a link to the blog post where you can look at it, and they originally did this layout with the totally tonal pages. So it's a completely different look than what they had. And you guys will get a couple of extra ideas that way. Until next time.